Day we'll take a trip to Buffalo and for the game and catch Michael K out there.
What's going on, y'all? We by the way, speaking of which, we are going to be going to the Hard Rock Hangout, the tailgate. So before we do, we're going to talk about the Dolphins, and we're going to talk about this espresso martini. All when happy hour comes back. Cue the music.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.
See, that's one of the reasons why I like the Tuesday shows, because I don't got to do shit. That's all Larry.
Larry cooks it up.
Yeah. So, but either way, man, I got this. I'm gonna need a strong drink after today. Holy crap!
Bro, you like that sweet stuff? I can't do it.
Oh yeah. That's why I'm a rum drinker.
I heard the ice in there. You got the ice. It's on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
How does it taste? Like coffee.
Tastes like coffee, huh? Put a little Bailey's Irish cream in there.
Oh yeah. Good shit.
Not bad. Okay.
Yeah. I had the one on the rocks. This is right. This one is buy where I'm at. Buy one get one. But I also have a tequila one that I'll do next week. This one.
A martini. Yes. Okay. I got the margarita.
Yeah. With Austral tequila. Have you ever heard of Austral?
Never.
Yeah, it's a new brand. It's from the same makers of Don Julio.
A word? They got something else?
Yeah. Well, the same supplier that does what's going on, Larry K? Good to see
Larry, you gonna make the trip down for the San Fran game or what, my guy? Yeah, pull up.
Oh man. So we got by the way, I sent Greg the link, so he should have it. Yeah. So
yeah, this is it. This is my only Dolphins game I've attended, and obviously the only one I'm attending this year, man.
Yeah, and you're not even gonna go inside. You're just gonna chill at the tailgate, right?
No, I'm just chilling out. They're not getting my money, bro. I'm kind of, I really don't even want to give them that much, the orange parking pass and all. But this is a game that since last year, like since we knew it was on the schedule, because my cousin Wilmer, friend of mine, T.I. down there, we all, they're San Francisco fans. We all grew up down there in Fort Lauderdale, we're all family, man. And so this is like one of them times like I wouldn't miss it. Much as I don't want to go, to be honest, I don't want to spend my money to go down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas time. There's better things I could be spending my money on.
Yeah.
But I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not even going for the Dolphins. I'm just going for the fam, hang out with you and see everybody. And that's really what I'm going for, is just for that, man. Just to see my people.
Joseph Fontana. What's going on, Joseph Fontana? How you doing, man?
Fontana.
No, but look, I was listening to Big O the other day, and the one thing, and he said he doesn't want Mike McDaniel to come back, but he said if he is going to come back, and I agree with this 100%. If he is going to come back, give up the play calling, give it to somebody else. Let somebody else do the play calling, and you could, that way you could focus on, whatever you're doing. But I think I agree with Big O for the first time, and I've been saying this for the longest.
Costa.
They call him. Give it. Costa, what's up? He was there. When I was listening. I was speaking to him in chat when he said this. But I agree with him because I've been saying it for years. You have a guy who called the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, he won the Super Bowl the first time in the Seattle. Then Carroll insisted on throwing the ball instead of running the ball. So I would love to see Darrell Bevell be retained and have him be the play caller if they're gonna
keep the same regime.
Yeah, they're gonna clean house, but I think look, we all know that that everybody likes McDaniels, but at the end of the day, you're gonna need a competent play caller. I think that Darren Bevell is that guy. He worked with Russell Wilson. He worked with Brett Favre. He worked with a lot of good, decent quarterbacks. As a matter of fact, the last time before it looked good, he was the quarterbacks coach. Remember when they fired what's his name? The guy from Urban Meyer. How can I forget Urban Meyer? He's one of my all-time favorite guys.
Yeah.
As a Gator, not as a. But anyway.
Yeah, he messed up in the league.
Yeah, and when he got fired, he did pretty well with he became the interim coach and he did pretty well with Lawrence Taylor. So I think the move to go not Frank Smith because he's unproven, but you got a proven play caller in Darren Bevell. Let him have the damn play caller.
Yeah, it's still
I think he'll simplify things too.
Yeah, I'm with Larry. I don't even want to. Man, damn, Mike McDaniel. And then maybe I don't know if his game management, but and just the discipline of the team. I don't know if he's that guy, man. If he could whip these guys into shape, get them right. I just feel like he's just not that guy, man. He's a cornball. Maybe you can say that he has too much responsibility on his plate, so he can't, keep these guys. I mean, the penalties, just everything. He can't keep these guys under control because he has to worry about play calling. He has to,
the penalties have not been an issue. To be honest with you, it's the miscues between the quarterback and the wide receiver. But penalties really haven't been that bad. After the Indy game, which I was at.
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I feel like we've had a lot of penalties, man. And the penalties come in the most inopportune moments. Yeah. Maybe you're right, Shake, and maybe they have lessened since then. But when they happen at just the most inopportune moments, and that's what makes me feel like they happen a lot. I could be wrong though. I don't know. Yeah. There's nothing to play for, Kosa. It's a wrap. We got a trash. I don't give a damn if we lost the rest of our games. We're gonna have a mediocre draft pick. I don't know what anybody could say. If you say offensive line, maybe there'll be a guy there. What position you would want to address the most? What's gonna be there at our pick? And then they're benching Winston. They're starting this other kid I never heard of. So we should be able to walk out of Cleveland, even though it's in the snow. I just don't know, man. I don't think there's much of anything left to play with or to play for.
No. Armando Swim. I understand exactly what you're saying. His play calling is just like John Gruden, where it's really long and intricate. So
that's what we need to bring in is Gruden. Bring Gruden in. That's a great. I'm glad you brought him up. I'd take Gruden. You don't like Gruden? Shake.
Yeah, I would take. I'd rather if I was going to get an old school guy, Jim Caldwell, man. I want to bring Jim Caldwell back. I think he was great as far as an offensive coordinator. But
I'm talking about as far as the head coach.
The head coach, look, if you're asking, there we go. This is the guy. Me and Larry are in simpatico right now. Right here, I like Vrabel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Vrabel.
But the thing about it is, unfortunately, with the type of players that we have, he is.
Hey, shakes on break. I saw a thing today, Larry. A friend of mine sent me that had Donald Trump and the Dolphins as the owner. That would be wild, Cosa Nostra. You want to talk about wild? You know what I mean? That I don't know. I'd sacrifice on being the president to bring him in as an owner. You know, clean things up. I almost sent it to you, Larry. I was going to send it to you. It was a good laugh, anyways. I doubt it, yeah, they'd shake that up. But you know what? I don't think they'd ever allow him to be an owner. They wouldn't vote him in. That's like when Rush Limbaugh tried to buy a team one time, and they're like, nah, my guy, we're not having anybody like you. They don't want a pain in the ass. They got enough, but they're grandfathered in the pain in the ass owners, the Jerry Jones and such, the delusional guys. When what's his name from the Raiders, when he passed, Al Davis, you know, they're like, okay, there's one of but yeah. Go ahead, Shake.
Let me answer Coach Nose's question. Why do I like Jim Caldwell? Well, number one, Jim Caldwell was the guy before the one that helped really groom Peyton Manning. He was there for Peyton Manning's development years. And two, the best year Joe Flacco ever had was under Jim Caldwell. That's why he got the head coaching job at Detroit. So Jim Caldwell is going to be not to mention they have, you know, one thing they do have in common is he's a man of faith. So I think he would jive well with Tua, being that they're both men of faith. I'm not trying to bring religion in this, but they do have that bond in common. So I think that he will be somebody that will help Tua. At the same time, you know, I think he would jive better with Tua than pretty much if you're gonna stick with Tua.
But how many coaches are we gonna allow Tua's to destroy
until his contract is up?
I mean, come on. I mean, this is what's wild to me. Like,
I understand, but listen,
Flores couldn't get it done. Then you get a McGenius, and he couldn't get it done. Now we're gonna bring in the Cadwell. He won't be able to get it. Nobody's going to get it done. I'm sorry.
I think Caldwell will get it done.
It's not getting done with Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback.
I think Caldwell can get it done. But here's the thing. Look at Justin Herbert. He went through Anthony Lynn, the other dude that was a quarterback defensive coordinator for the Rams. And now he's Justin Herbert has actually found a coach that is actually making him play more efficient. I'm not saying playing out of lights out, but he's playing more efficient, turning the balls over less, and I think he's playing a lot better under this coach than he did under the two previous coaches.
Yeah, Tua will never ride the bench, Larry. That's a wrap. I mean, forget about it. This guy's thinks way too highly of himself, man. He's a prima donna. He'd never ever ride the bench.
Tua's a baby. Ryan Fitzpatrick came in and lit it up. Yeah. And then he went crying to Daddy Ross. Flores benched me.
No.
He'll never ride the bench, man.
But no, again,
he claims to be team guy. He's not team guy. He's all about self, man. Which tells me the whole man of faith stuff, man. This guy's the
well. Jim Caldwell isn't a front runner. I could tell.
I like Jim Caldwell. You know.
Are you talking about Tua? But Jim Caldwell.
I'm talking about Tua.
And I think one of the reasons why he left because he wasn't with that tanking crap. He's like, oh, you guys are tanking. You know, I'm not feeling good. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that was the one thing that when they hired Brian Flores and I found out that Jim Caldwell will be like the advisor or whatever, I was like, oh man, like that. Because I love Jim Caldwell, man.
I don't know. I am him saying Jim Herbert. I mean, I'm over the Herbert Tua. I mean, To hell with both of them. You know,
Yeah.
one's not on our team and the other one is, and we're talking failure versus
unfortunately,
failure.
that
But I mean,
contract
it's
he got, because that contract he got, he's not going to go anywhere anytime
yeah,
soon.
you know, yeah. But I don't know. I'd like Gruden. Gruden's one of them guys that's hard nosed, but he's also a funny guy, and
Oh yeah,
he's not a complete dick. You know what I mean? I mean, he can come off as one, but I mean, he's had guys, and he had a good hard knock defense in Tampa. Some people say he inherited the team. You know, that was Tony Dungy's guys.
yeah.
Whatever else, whatever the case may be, he inherited the team and took them where they needed to go. It wasn't like just because you inherit something, that's like if people say, oh, well, he was given this. Yo, you might be left something in life and inherit that your dad's business, but that don't mean I know people personally that have inherited their father's business and run it into the ground. So you have to have some type of
Well, I'll give you the perfect example. Let's talk about your Canes, right? The greatest, and this is coming from a Gator fan, all right? The greatest college football team to ever play and I hate to say this because again I'm a Gator, but I have to call a spade. All right, the greatest college team that we'll ever see is the 2001-2002 Hurricanes. Right?
Yeah,
they had, but you got to remember, Larry Coker didn't recruit none of those guys.
Nah,
that was all Butch Davis.
They were there, and with team. Especially with guys like that.
Example. He's the perfect example.
And there's guys, but a lot of those guys, they came into the league and ended up being Hall of Famers. A lot of them. And the ones some that may not make the Hall of Fame still are in the upper echelon of their position, as far as their respective positions in the league.
Yeah, and you know what? And again, it doesn't matter. You at least in the last 40 years, you put any college team, any great college team, that 2002 will smoke them. Hands down.
Yeah.
If they're all healthy.
If they're all on the field.
Competition.
Coach Flores to the Jets, I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'll become a Jets fan.
No.
I'll tell you what, that happens.
I'd rather see Flores to the Patriots.
I don't care. I'll hop on the bandwagon wherever Flores goes.
You're rolling with him, Greg.
If he goes to the Patriots, I'll root for the Patriots whenever we play them. I want Flores back. Bring him home. We talk about bringing people home. How about we bring Flores home?
Nah, we ain't bringing Flores. Listen, man. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. We went wrong. That doesn't mean he went wrong. And people could say, well, he just did what he did. Oh, you're a rat, my guy. You ratted out the organization. That's what, in Larry's terms, that's called irreconcilable differences. It's over. You can forget about that.
I'd rather have a rat than a geek.
It'll never happen. Forget about it. That's not happening. And if he goes to New York, you could guarantee, like Larry was saying the other day, you deal with the media up there. When you do bad up there, you get cooked. It's not like down here with all the goofy and all that. New York, you get cooked. When you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you get cooked. That's it.
Oh,
trust me. You can't handle getting cooked. You saw what happened when he got cooked. You see what happened. I
don't think he's going to go there because Bill Belichick. He's the reason why. There's a reason why Bill Belichick put his resignation on a fucking piece of napkin. I'm sorry.
Nah, exactly, Larry. That's not what's going down up there. And his little, mimicking Bill Belichick, with the man, you're not going for that. You can't be in New York. You got to have a personality up there. You're not getting up there humbling and mumbling and all that other. And New York wants headlines. You're not getting up there mumbling and just yes and no. Bill Belichick in your way through a press conference in New York. Not happening. He doesn't have the personality. He won't be in New York. And if he does, that shit is trash up there anyways. It's just not going to happen. Sorry.
Again, I think the only two spots for Flores will be the Patriots because he already has a relationship with Robert Kraft. He knows he could trust Robert Kraft. And number 2 would be the Cincinnati Bengals if they fire this dude. Oh man, Giants. No, they're not gonna. No, because remember, Giants is a part of that lawsuit. He's suing the Giants. So they're not gonna hire him because he's the Giants and Denver Broncos are part of that lawsuit.
Yeah, man, he threw a whole bunch. I don't see him being a head coach anywhere, to be honest.
Huh?
I don't see him being a head coach anywhere.
No.
I see him just being a coordinator. And he's fantastic. Listen, some people, that's what you're good at. I'm sorry. And this guy is proven.
Oh no.
Fantastic defensive coordinator.
No, yeah.
The guy's got a gift when it comes to that. But when it comes
to what? And you know what?
Not a leader of men.
You know what? You know what's funny is one of the reasons. Look, one of the things besides Patrick. And Greg's back. Besides Patrick Mahomes, right? People don't talk about this enough. Andy Reid lucked out in 2 ways. Number 1, he got a generational talent at quarterback, and number 2, he got awesome defensive coordinator that did so terrible at being a head coach that no one is gonna poach him. No one's gonna poach him. What's his name? Whatever his name is.
Spagnolia.
Huh? Spagnola. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna poach Spagnola to be a head coach. So he did so terrible in St. Louis. So not only is he gonna have, he has a generational quarterback, but he has a defensive coordinator that's and continuity that they've been together for a long time. So
no, they're doing the right thing. And see, that's
what about offensive coordinator. He could change offensive coordinator like a hooker changes condoms. You know what I'm saying? It's a defensive coordinator that he needs stabilization at. And
Ronnie, nobody's saying he's not a good defensive. I've said, man, he's a great defensive coordinator. That's what he is.
Spagnola is an awesome defensive coordinator, but he's not. Ain't nobody gonna want him to be a head coach. You know what I mean?
That's not a head coach. Exactly.
His door to hire Spagnola.
Nah, that's it, Larry. That's what he is, man. He could design plays. That's what he's good at. You know. And what's his name? Flores is good at defense. He's good at that. Some people just ain't built for it. It's not a knock, man. People act like everything's a knock when you say something. It's not a knock. Sometimes you're really good at this, but you're not good at that. It doesn't mean you less of a, of what you're good at. Just because you're not a great head coach doesn't mean you're not a fantastic defensive coordinator. Or Mike McDaniel designing plays.
Josh McDaniel
he might be a genius when it comes to designing plays. He might be, but when it comes to him calling plays, getting them in on time, utilizing the clock, all that other stuff, he's not good at that. So does that take away from his play design? Nah, it doesn't. But it's just a cold fact. Everybody's not built for everything, And sometimes you just got to be good at what you're good at and excel in that. That doesn't make you any less of a man. That's in life too, man. There's a life gem for you. It's not saying that you got to shoot low, shoot for the stars, but everything ain't for everybody. And being a head coach ain't for Mike McDaniel. Maybe sometime later it will be, but for right now, I've watched the same stuff you guys have watched. So I don't even know where the argument is. If anybody thinks that Mike McDaniel's doing a fantastic job, just point it out to me. And we're talking about all the points as a head coach. We're not just talking about, he's got the best out of Tua. If you say that, then you can't say in the same breath that Tua's our guy. Because if we've seen the best that we could get out of Tua, then we've seen that ceiling, and we've seen where you hit your head on the ceiling anytime there's a game with a contingency attached to it. So that, that's where we're at as a team. We need a better head coach. We need a better quarterback. We always are as Dolphin fans. Why is this a big surprise to anybody? Yeah. When is the last time? Last year. I take that back. Last year, halfway through the season, was the first time in how many years that we've said, okay, we got what we need. We're going to make it happen. And then you saw what happened. And we picked up where that left off. That was it.
Yeah, man. Ronnie N. By the way, man, Ronnie N., man. I remember Ronnie N. from on the Finn side, on
He's doing a
TV
wonderful
channel,
job with
man.
Tua.
He used to be a Dolphin fan.
I'm a Vikings
now
fan.
Look
God
at
bless
the
him.
Vikings logo, man.
Yeah, and I am him. I don't know what you mean.
By the
We
way,
can't even
man,
run. Our run game has been fantastic. The past 2 years, maybe even 3 years. Well, I don't know what games you're watching, but our run game, there's games where any team, I don't care what team it is going to have a couple games where you don't run the ball. We've been running the ball really good. So I don't know what I am him's talking about. We can't even run the ball.
Oh, I ain't gonna front. One of my favorite YouTube channels was on the Finn side with Cat Pickens and Paul. And man, I don't even see them anymore. They stopped. I'm like, damn, man, that was one of my favorite shows to watch. But man, especially after a win.
Yeah. Last 6 games, dead last in the NFL. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look at the stats. Maybe I'll look them up here when Shake goes on the next. But I mean, as far as per carry, I don't know what happened. Against the Texans, we had just had a mediocre game, all at best. I've seen 2 games this year that I can think where it's like, okay, if we stop the run, we got him. And this is my other issue with McDaniel. Last 2 seasons, we have most of our yards versus 2 teams, Giants and Broncos. My dude, last year, Raheem Mostert had the most rushing touchdowns in the league. I'm not sure. I'm confused.
Where he now? Where's Raheem at?
Raheem's old. People forgot about that too. This guy come to us 30 years old. He revitalized his career with Mike McDaniel. I'll bash Mike McDaniel when it's necessary, but I'll give him credit when it's necessary. Our run game has been, and then everybody talks about how terrible our offensive line was. Last year they were worried about the line. Look at all the injuries we had on line, and we still had. The problem is Mike McDaniel would abandon the run halfway through the game, is what would happen. It wouldn't be that the run gets shut down. It's just we abandon the run. And if you watch the games, I am him, then you know that's what was happening. I always revert back to that Buffalo game in Buffalo when we had over 100 yards rushing in the first quarter, and we just took back from that and stopped running. To the life, I still don't understand that game. So yeah, and if you go back and watch all the videos from last year, you'll hear me say, "Well, why does he stop running the ball? He outthinks himself. He tries to be." So I don't know. When we run the ball, we run it exceptionally well under Mike McDaniel. What I've seen since I've been watching the games. Are there some games where we fall short? Absolutely, but that's football. Things happen.
Real quick.
People understand how a salary account works. If we can go out there and pay Tyreek Hill all this money, we already paid Tua. We can't go out and pay 5 linemen the top dollar in the league. And then we get the offense line. Then the defense will get weakened. And then you'll cry about the defense. Or we'll build an offense line. Then you'll cry about the weapons. There's no winning with these Tua honks, these geeks. They're too busy in Alabama fucking each other's sister, fucking each other's cousins.
Hey, with the F's.
Yo. Hey.
That's it. You just used up all our F's in one rant. See, thanks a lot, Greg. No, but you're right. It's 100% right. But I'll tell you this: Tua this year,
wasn't
I saw that he's one of the least pressure quarterbacks in the league. And as far as sacks are concerned, I think we're in the bottom part of that. The line hasn't been
real quick. You know how we do every happy hour, right?
Uh-oh.
So we have 14 meetings. With San Francisco, and the record is 8-6. Who do you think is leading? Without people in the chat, because y'all Google shit.
Bang
winning the series.
I gotta go with
it's 8-6. Who do you think is leading?
8-6. I'm gonna say we're winning.
Greg, who do you say is winning? Greg,
he got muted for his F-bombs. Got them things on rapid fire.
All right. But anyway, it's Miami. Miami's leading right now, 8-6.
I only say that because I look at all the 2000s and the 90s after. I mean, they got theirs in obviously the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Montana would have been there. Maybe they got a couple with Steve Young, but I'm sure Marino fought a couple of them and won. But after Steve Young left, who they got? Jeff George was there. I mean, he had a little run with them, but yeah.
I'm watching this whatchamacallit.
Oh my God, here we go again with the fucking
ball,
picks.
and we got Fitzpatrick breaking down something, so I'm gonna listen to what he's wanting. He's looking at the time to throw. I think two people should pay attention to this.
Elvis Gerback. Don't be cruel, y'all. Hey man, listen, I got a soft spot for Elvis. He married me in Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. Jeff George was a slinger, Joe. He got the job done. San Diego will take it. I got to do these picks real quick. I always forget, Shake.
Hey, I'm gonna take. Damn, never mind. What was the question? Casa Nostra? Really? What I got? Oh yeah, about me getting married by Elvis. Hell yeah, I went to Vegas this year and got married by an Elvis impersonator.
Detroit will shake back against Chicago. Jets. Watch the Jets win at home this week.
What they got?
They got the Rams. Minnesota right. Dog walk, Seattle. Jacksonville, Las Vegas. That's a toss-up. Jacksonville fought last week, though. Who do they got? They got, what's his name? Mac Jones. You know what? I'll take Jacksonville right there. What are you going to do? San Fran, Miami. We already know Miami gets locked in. I don't care if they're playing an all-Madden team.
Is the Niners are below 500, right?
Tampa Bay is going to smoke Dallas. What'd you say, Greg?
The Niners are under 500, right?
If they're not, they're really close. They're right around 500.
If they're under 500, this is a cakewalk. I'm going to Google it.
Problem with Flores. You know, we beat that Flores horse to death and them some over here, Barrington. So I'm not even going to touch on that, my guy. You know, that's a dead issue, man. I'm glad he's doing good in Minnesota. That's my favorite person on the planet after my son, my cousin. That's his team. So I root for Minnesota to do good. And I'm glad he's over there. And I'm glad he's having success.
We met at the Buffalo game, right?
Peace to him.
The Niners are great.
What Buffalo game, Shake? You talking about Giovanni?
Yeah, I met him at the Buffalo game.
Yeah. I don't know if we knew each other at the Vikings game before that.
No, we met at the Buffalo game. Remember the Buffalo game?
Yeah.
Did you go to the Buffalo game?
No, he absolutely was there. Him, my guy Alex from down there was there. A few of my other people from Carroll City were there.
The Buffalo Bills fan. That's a female.
Melanie, yeah, she was there. But Melanie's my friend from up here, in Daytona. Everybody else you met is my people from down there.
There was a game that we went to. Was it I don't know. Was it the Patriots game? Yeah, it was the Patriots game. I think he was out there, or at least his dad was out there.
Who?
Yeah, the Vikings fan. I think.
Oh no, not Giovanni's dad. Chucho passed away a long time ago.
Okay, well, there was somebody that you introduced me to.
Marcos. That might have been Marcos.
Yeah,
Marcos was there. I don't know Marcos. Marcos was in Tennessee the other day. He might be there. Who?
What's his name?
Oh, Percy. And you know what? Percy was there too. You met Percy. That's just all my family, man. The majority of them are Spanish because my sister Maria, we have the same mom, different dad. Her dad's from Colombia, and that's her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Them. But they adopted me when I was younger, so that's my family more than, that's my people. And then everybody else you met is just my family. That's my friends that I grew up with from down there, Carroll City and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, great people. A lot of them, they'll all be here. And then you'll see my other cousin Wilmer.
Yeah,
he'll come. He'll be there Sunday. Alex will probably be there again. Giovanni said he know if Lex was coming, but I told him y'all need a spades partner, so tell him to show up. Got that money on the line. We got to have the right players.
Oh, shoot.
Greg, give me the score. What's the final score? Green Bay and New Orleans, Monday Night Football.
Green Bay 48-0.
Damn.
So I know it says Niners are 6-8, Greg. So 6-8. What do you think? You think that's an easy win, Greg?
Yeah, we're gonna win 35-17.
35-17.
Yep.
All right, they're saying us 35. So you say Green Bay. I'm just gonna put 48. There you go. That's you said 48 zip. Green Bay, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I put 48 on there. If that number hits, even if I don't win the pool, I'll send you $20, Greg.
You got it. No, this is a cakewalk game. The Niners are below 500.
Yeah, cakewalk.
They have no running back. Their four-string running back apparently is out. They have no running backs.
Yeah, that's what we thought about the Jets and everybody else that we played. That's trash. Is cakewalk. When is the last cakewalk game we had? The New England Patriots. Was that it? What's the only cakewalk we've had this year?
Raiders.
The Raiders.
Right, Raiders and Patriots.
You believe that? Look at the games we played. I know Tua was missing, and I'm sorry. That's another strike against Mike McDaniel as far as I'm concerned, man. He failed miserably to have and I said this, he doesn't have a playbook set up for what if Tua goes out. We've had Skylar Thompson. I know he's gone now. They're talking about maybe putting him back on the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
How long did we have him for? A couple of years, few years?
Years. As a matter of fact, we drafted him. And
we drafted
him Mike McDaniel's first year.
Kansas State, right? Somewhere Kansas anyways. So you've had this guy for that long, up until this season right here. You've watched him in practice. You've watched him in real time. You've seen his strengths. You've seen his weaknesses. And you mean to tell me that you didn't have a better game plan to support his strengths? Like Mike McDaniel's entire, and this is shout to Larry too for this, his entire everything was just contingent on saying, look, Tua's our guy. We're going with Tua. Mike McDaniel said, I can make that work, and came and just had his whole diabolical scheme set up strictly based on Tua Tagovailoa, knowing that he's injury prone. He's a hit away anytime he takes that snap. And the people say, well, everybody's a hit away. Come on, man. This guy was broken up in college. He's had concussions over here. He comes in. He's wearing a flak jacket because he got his ribs busted the first hit he took. Yo, this guy's injury prone like nobody else, man. There's paper mache guys. Everybody's a hit away, but this guy really is a hit away. you don't have something set up for this other guy that's coming in behind him. And then you get the Snoop from Baltimore comes in. He's got a little bit of legs under him. He can make a little something. You got him looking exactly like you had Skylar Thompson looking, and just like you had Tim Boyle looking. You got everybody looking with this 2 steps back, look to the left, throw to the left. 2 steps back, look to the right, throw to the right. Yo, you don't have any plays set up for anybody else's strengths. Just this one guy, Tua, who's got.
By the way, I want to give a shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out to my man Sal. He's another, besides Michael K. and Sean from Red, White, and Bills. This is another Class C Bills fan right here. Shout out. What's on?
Oh, is your name Salvatore?
Listen,
Anyway, shout out to Salvatore if that's your name. That was my grandfather's name, my dad's dad.
Now, listen, I want all 3 of these clowns gone, but this is why, if we're gonna fire one and keep the other, like Stephen Ross always does, this is why I hope Christopher stays and McGee goes. This guy can't coach a backup quarterback if his life depended on it. If we would have won at least 1 or 2 of those games without Tua, we'd probably be in the playoffs right now. We should have won Tennessee. Tennessee's god awful. I don't know how we lost.
Trash.
Seattle, believe it or not, in the 4th quarter, we were still in that game. Believe it or not. Well, we could say that's probably a loss, though, but we were in that game. What was another one? Colts, we should have won that game. You went all 3. We're in the playoffs right now, I believe.
Nice.
This guy needs to go. This coach sucks. This quarterback is a liability. This GM's incompetent. This team is making me upset.
I mean, it's terrible. Hey, Frederick, I always thought you were a Dolphins fan. What do you mean? What about you? You ever a Buffalo Bills fan over here too?
No, I call him trolling around. I call him a Bills fan.
Oh, okay. So, Greg, yeah, you're right. But I don't know. Me personally, I can admit that I'm not in the any other capable. I don't know him. Are you a Tua guy? Do you think Tua is the answer? That's what I'm gathering. If I'm wrong, my apologies. But that's what I'm gathering from all your comments is you're a Tua guy.
For me?
So, no. This guy, I am him.
Oh, that's probably
this is just what I'm, when I'm doing the adding and subtracting from his comments to is. Okay, well, that's why you got all that to say, and I can't argue that. I've come to accept that people that think Tua is the answer, there's nothing to convince them otherwise, and it always leads to left field when you try to convince them, and it's just not my job. All I do is watch the games, and I make my opinion based off that, bro. I give credit where it's due, and I give criticism where it's due. And 100% Tua Tagovailoa is not the answer in my opinion. This is all I'm saying. It's just in my opinion.
If he had a better record
against himself, we could just keep going on and on, but that's another horse, like I told that gentleman up there about Flores. It's just a horse we're beating. I mean, that's been dead a long time ago, man. We're just not. Yeah. I'll get a job working for PETA and stop beating dead animals. You could go ahead and continue to believe that, my dude. Peace to you. And that's okay. Everybody's got their own opinion.
If Tua had a somewhat decent record, that'd be
look at 72 Dolphins. All New Arm does is kill narratives and playoff hopes.
I mean, yeah. And the thing that I come to 72 is that anything that we say or that the media says or that anybody says as to as far as narratives, no, they're not narratives anymore. They're just facts. It's not a narrative. They're facts. It's just facts. I'm sorry. And it's just funny that every time that we get beat, when it's always there's an excuse for everybody else. It's like, yo, get out of here. Just miss me with well, what about this? Well, what about that? Come on, man. Everything was on the line. The heat was on. We're in the kitchen. We're cooking with hot grease. Mm-hmm. I got those 3 picks. People say, the last one was on Tyreek Hill. He had the ball was on the throne. He had the guy beat, put it over the top. What happens? Touchdown. He's got to go back like this. So now he's facing the defender to fighting the ball. It was grossly underthrown. Otherwise, it shouldn't have been. He had him beat. That's it. If the ball's falling in the basket up here, there's no way the cornerback is fighting for him. He's not. The cornerback's behind him. He's not in front of him. I'm sorry. That's it. The heat was on. And you know how the song goes. Some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? Tua's not one of them people that likes it when the heat is on. He's not. He keeps receipts when it's a team like a New England. Who else did we whoop on, Greg? Who did we beat like they stole something? Was he even there for the Raiders game? I don't know. When that heat gets turned up, man, this guy gets the hell out of the kitchen. That's it. 1 in 10. That's not a narrative anymore, 72. It's just a fact. You know, sorry. Again, this is just a beating a dead horse, but when had Hill ever shown up in a big game? One thing about it and two things for sure. Tyreek Hill can't throw and catch the ball to himself. I mean, a vast majority of all those touchdowns that came last year was Tyreek burning it up. All of Tua's damn yards come from yards after the catch. From
one thing for sure. Look, I hate to break this to y'all, but
that was last year.
Tua's going to be the quarterback at least 2027.
I know.
Don't say that, bro. You make me not even want to go to the San Francisco game.
Time at this rate. We're just wasting time.
Yep.
Just like Tannehill.
Look how long it took. Look how long it took for them to release Daniel Jones.
I know.
Yo, hold on. If we put Hill, Waddle, HN, and all that, Tannehill played well with far less. With no offensive, I just said this Tuesday. I was a Tannehill guy. I like Tannehill, man. You know, I felt like he never got a fair shake. And I felt like by the time he got to Tennessee, he was damaged goods. Yeah. But having said that, he still did okay over there. And we're talking about two different things here. First of all, Tannehill was a receiver, Texas A&M. So he might have played quarterback for a little bit of time in college before he came into the league. Let's just get that out of the way. Tannehill was putting up numbers with Brian Hartline and Devon Bess as his receivers. Man, we were in situations. Hold up. Let me just say this. We were in situations like we were last year with Tua, with all that talent you just mentioned, and with a 6-game lead in the division with 5 games left. Or 5 games, whichever way it went, and then end up having to play the last game at home to get a chance to win the division. The difference is he had a couple of more wins, so we still made it in the playoffs. Tannehill did that, and there was a last game of the season we played the Jets and just had to win. With Brian Hartline is our number 1. Same situation. Me personally, you give Ryan Tannehill offensive line. I mean, this guy played with no offensive line. Not Richie Incognito stuff went down, man. I'd take Tannehill over. You start over and you give Tannehill the same situation that you've given Tua. I feel like we'd have way more success. You saw what happened. Didn't he make it to the AFC champion, close to the title shot with Vrabel? Come on, man. Yeah. The guy didn't play college. Yo, he was only a quarterback for a little bit of time.
Well, actually, he was a high school quarterback. And in order for him to get, he wanted he actually walked on as a quarterback, but in order for him to get playing time, he had to be wide receiver.
Couldn't cut it at quarterback, had to play wide receiver. So he played receiver in college. High school, we all know what steps. High school, college, and it's totally different. How much time was he a quarterback in college football before he come in?
Can't take a hit.
100%. Tannehill could be on the run, man. He'd be on the run, going this way, throw the ball 50 yards, on the run. Up the man, guy was a slinger. Me personally, you give him the same situation you've given Tua Tannehill would have 100%, would have more success. He's not missing as many games. I don't remember how many times more. He was like an Iron Man. When did he get hurt when he played with us? With no offensive line. He can move around. Jenna, give me a shot to celebrate Ryan Tannehill, please. Oh, shit. There's already a shot in there.
Was actually playing good for us in that 2016 year until Calais Campbell, took his knee out. And
then he didn't get to play in the playoffs that time, Greg.
Yeah.
We lost to Pittsburgh. We had Matt Moore in there.
And then the following year, I think he tore his ACL or something, and we had to go with Cutler, Smoking Jay.
Tore his knee, LOL. How long after was he in the league till he tore his knee? Mr. LOL? I'd tell this guy's an antagonist. I'm not going to let him get me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I get chat banned on Call of Duty. It was guys like him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to let you get me. You can't trick me, my guy. That's how I get Facebook bans and all that. Dealing with guys like you. Nice try.
And ironically, it was because of this guy Campbell that ruined his the guy Calais Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell. And again, some of these hits like that, how much time did Tom Brady miss? He missed one. Guy rolling into his knee, first game. You know what I'm saying?
That was the only injury.
Marino missed one. Same thing. We're not talking about you get breathed on and you got a concussion. Two totally different situations. LOL is crazy to me, my guy. Like, you make a point. You're tripping. He never had none of that, Jordan. My guy was out there playing ball. And you never saw Tannehill complain. Tannehill was a good guy, man. He was, I liked him.
Tannehill wasn't smiling on the sideline after a pick, I don't think, too.
No, he wasn't doing any of that, Greg. Tannehill wasn't a cornball. Tannehill didn't talk about the receipts he kept. Tannehill, when you want to talk about humble, Tannehill was a humble guy. That was what he was. He's everything that this guy Tua aspires to be, basically. You know what I'm saying? And they're both in the same, didn't really complete, but Tannehill completed more. When it's all going to come down to it, you want to talk about levels, Tannehill, he leveled up above him.
Let me welcome because he asked for the link, and whenever he asks for the link, I'm going to give him the link.
You give him the link.
Whenever I'm in charge.
God bless you.
I can't speak when Larry's in charge, but when I'm producing, and this guy asks for the link,
who runs Happy Hour?
Well, I appreciate it, Shake. What's up, Lucci? And
hey, how you doing?
I just want to say that that was an event that happened over the weekend. It was in the state of Texas. I went to this event in the state of Texas. This event was called a football game. At least that's what was the rumor. That was, a football game. It was held in the state of Texas. And I was like, oh shit. I was kind of curious, I'm like, let me check this out. I decided to, go down there, see what was going on. They was having festivities and bull riding going on in the parking lot. And
was there a sacrifice made?
And it was like sacrifices being made and stuff. A lot of beer being passed out. And I was like, damn, this event is, I can dig this, And I'm like, man, they got a football inside of this venue, a game going on inside this venue. I think I'm gonna check it out. I'm like, decided to go in there, I'm just being oblivious to everything. And I'm like, wow, man, look at all these people. They got on different uniforms, different costumes and stuff. And, it was like a painting in each of the end zones and stuff. I'm like, now, this thing's pretty neat. I think I might like this event, And then there was a team that came up from, I guess they was from South Florida or something like that. And they had on some uniforms and I'm like, they was out there running around in circles and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I think I might like this. And I'm like, damn, what the hell is this? What am I watching? I'm not asking people next to me, Lucci. I'm like, what is this? Is this guy supposed to run this way? I'm like, damn. I was like, I thought it was a football game being played.
Hey, Joseph.
What the hell was going on?
I hope you have a Merry Christmas. If I don't see you before then, my guy. Sorry about that, Crypto.
Oh no, you good.
So go ahead with your sacrificial lamb story. Go ahead. It's Christmas.
It was Christmas, they had a big bonfire out there, altars and stuff,
Yeah.
And that was just like this gray mammal that was stretched out on the table and stuff, and it's like A lot of incense was being burned and stuff, and I'm like, wow, what the hell's
Shit's
going?
sad,
What
bro.
the hell is happening, man? It's like it looked like a dolphin that was being sacrificed on an altar or something. I'm trying to figure out what was happening out there, man. You know,
Terrible.
I'm confused, man. I was out. I was dizzy, man.
So,
Trying to figure out what was going on, man.
yo, I was supposed to go to that game, but yeah, I'm not. Forget about it. We're not spending that much money to go out there for a team that
Oh
just
yeah.
does.
Oh, you was about to go out there and
Now, well,
take
listen,
place in that sacrifice.
I 100% was with my
Oh
guy
my
Vic
God.
from Carroll City and a few other people from Carroll City. But listen, when I
Oh,
saw
man.
Tua laughing on the sidelines when we're losing to the
That's when you
Jets,
know it was over.
and you know, when it's like, listen, and people say, well, we won that game. I don't care we won. It's not funny. I'm sorry. And I know they get paid and whatever, but listen, man, I've got too much invested in the team for all my life, man. But now I'm to the point where I just really don't care, bro. I'll turn the game off. Jenna, my son's mother, she'll tell you. She always says, "Are you serious right now?" Whenever I leave. I'll turn on the PlayStation. Or, I'll just go outside and hang on the back porch with my dog and play frisbee with him. Y'all not doing it. I used to watch it and get mad. And then I'll argue with her. She's like, "Oh, you're just mad the Dolphins off." I'm like, "Bitch, yeah, that's exactly why I'm mad." You know what I'm saying? I don't do that anymore, man. I'm not arguing with my family about the Dolphins losing and letting it ruin my day. I just walk away before it happens. It's just like, man, this shit is so trash, bro. Nobody got a fighting spirit, Crypto. I was talking about this Tuesday. We don't have nobody that really cares about that. That I had Shake Show where Jason Taylor ripped the Dallas. The guy was on the field. He had the Dallas flag. Man, Taylor walked and ripped it off and threw it on the ground. Like, we don't have people like that no more, man. We have no gangbangers that,
Not at all.
Miami Dolphins. We don't have them. We don't have people that bang for the Miami Dolphins anymore. It's everybody's banging for the bag and all that other corny stuff that they say these days. It's like we just don't have no dogs, man. That really care about the team. They might be an animal themselves, but we just don't have that fighting spirit. And it's
the last dog we had as wide receiver. No, I'm not gonna say Devontae Parker and troll you. But all seriously,
I think I'm going on smoke break. I'll watch on the phone though.
I think you agree with me, Crypto. The last dog that we had was Jarvis Landry. What's up, Scott Jackson?
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah, Landry. I can definitely go with Landry.
Dude, he was the only. Oh, he was 53. Hey, how many wide receivers? Hey, listen, how many wide receivers did you know Tyreek Hill or even Justin Jefferson to knocked out blocking a defender? None. Jarvis Landry used to knock out players, blocking for his players.
Yeah. He played to the last whistle. He played every play to the last whistle.
Oh yeah, that dude was a certified dog. He wasn't the fastest, but damn, man.
Right.
I take his
he wasn't even the biggest.
I take his break tackles ability and his short hands any day of the week.
Yeah, he wasn't even really the tallest.
No,
but
he was like 5'11".
He was always the toughest. Everybody wanted at least 53 Jarvis Landrys on their team.
Oh yeah. That douchebag Adam Gase couldn't handle him, so
yeah. He couldn't handle J.J. either.
But I heard Adam Gase was the best coach we had since Don Shula.
Well, Jordan also, I agree with you. Cam Rake was the dog, but I'm talking about as far as wide receivers. I think it was Jarvis Landry was the last dog we had as far as wide receivers. I take Jarvis Landry over Tyreek Hill any day of the week.
I'll take Devontae Parker over Tyreek Hill any day of the week.
Oh my God!
Devontae Parker, Greg. He wouldn't be on Twitter trolling the fan base. Neither would Landry.
That's true. He probably wouldn't be on Twitter doing that.
When Brian Hart,
actually, you know what?
He'll be at Dolphins Mall buying that fanny pack.
Hey, listen. I tell you what. Here. All right. I'll give you this scenario. This is a fair scenario, and I think you agree with me, Crypto, as far as Devontae Parker. With Tyreek Hill, with Tua, I would take Tyreek Hill over Devontae Parker 10 out of 10 times. But now, if we had a quarterback like Justin Herbert or Fitzpatrick, I'm going with Devontae Parker because he's the type of receiver that they utilize jump ball wide receivers versus Tua doesn't really use jump ball.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, for the style of quarterback versus the receiver skill set. Yeah, that's true. That would be the perfect pairing of quarterback to receivers. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Jarvis Landry and Hill are two type receivers. But I'm talking about as far as mentality goes and not being selfish.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is a speed threat where Landry is a possession guy.
Hold up, you made me cut my cigarette break short, Shake, with that. How many damn times have you seen, and everybody in the chat, Waddle or Hill, especially last year or the year before, a jump ball, Tyreek Hill especially, jump balls. Come on, man. If we had a guy like a Rondé Gadsden, a true possession jump ball receiver, that would be Tua's wet dream. Yo, he does this with Tyreek Hill. How many jump balls, man? Go back and look at last year's highlights early in the season. Man, Tyreek Hill was catching over two receivers. He was acting like Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, again.
Come on now. Don't do that.
I think
but that's not
how many jump balls have you seen Waddle and Tyreek Hill make? This season's been abysmal for everybody. But last season,
I'm saying, listen, I'm saying for a quarterback like Fitzpatrick, a wide receiver like Devontae Parker will fit Fitzpatrick better than Tyreek Hill.
Fitzpatrick making a pass with his head turned this way. You know,
Fitzpatrick did better with taller receivers than shorter receivers.
Yeah, he
did
threw
it in Tampa with Evan Williams. He did it in Miami with Devontae Parker. So that's what I'm saying. And even with and that no look catch, who caught the ball on that dude from Buffalo? He's in Buffalo now.
Matt Collins.
Matt Collins.
Yeah, that was that pass.
Yeah, and he's like 6'4", that guy.
Yo, listen, Gesicki had a lot of passes like that thrown to him by Tua when in Tua's younger years. You know, where he threw it up there and
go up and get the ball. He climbed the ladder.
Yeah.
I don't expect Waddle to go up there consistently and do with Gesicki.
I can't. One thing I gotta defend. I had to come in to defend Tyreek Hill too. I'm just gonna say this. Tyreek Hill
not the same guy no more.
No, I'm not. Hold on, though. I'm getting to that, Crypto. He came in talking a lot, and I was like, God dang, man, I hate to see people talk so much. And Hill backed it up. But listen, though, anybody who says that they weren't skeptical when he come in saying two is this, two is that, and man, he backed every last bit of what he was talking when he got signed to this team. Tyreek Hill backed it up. We get to this year.
Up until this year. Remember, this year's we got 3 games left.
Yeah, but but listen though, who else have you seen? This is another thing I said Tuesday. Yo, everybody's had a down year. And this is why I feel like this whole thing needs to get blown up. Who has had a good year this year outside of Zach Sealer and Calais Campbell, Achane, and then look, we got the Jonnu Smith. Who else has had hasn't dropped off? That you would even Ramsey, everybody, Holland. Who would you say? Yo, the team is in total disarray. Zach Sealer is the only guy. Achane was a rookie last year. Okay, he showed up this year. Jonnu Smith's new to the team. He hasn't had a chance to get that dose of depression that comes when you've been on this team with this bozo for a head coach. And I'm gonna say it, Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah,
he's supposed to. The quarterback's the leader of the team, man. Any team that consistently wins, that fights, that's always in it, has a quarterback that rallies the team. Your quarterback is the guy that everybody looks to. Unless you got a special player like Ray Lewis when they were winning with Joe Flacco, you know, and you had an Ed Reed over there. There's sometimes every now and then there's a little bit like that. But man, your quarterback normally is the guy that everybody looks up to. And I feel like everybody knows, man. And whether it be because he's always hurt or whether it be because they see through his flaws that he's, you know, keeps receipts when he wins against bad teams, but then he's Mr. Humble when he gets destroyed by okay teams, you know, whatever the case may be. I feel like everybody knows the gig is up. They see McDaniels for who he really is. He's not that guy. They see Tua for who really he's not that guy. And everybody kind of lost interest. Everybody seems disinterested. But Tyreek Hill included.
But like I was trying to say is the fact that, you know, every quarterback has a type they thrive with. And again, what I was trying to say is Fitzpatrick would thrive more with Devontae Parker than he would with Tyreek Hill, because
I like Devontae Parker. I thought he was just an injury-prone guy too.
Yeah. But that's what I'm just saying.
To me, and Parker was a dog. I like Parker.
Tua is good with Hill because that's the type of style of wide receivers he had in Alabama. That's the reason they picked him up too.
He had a lot of jump balls. Jordan, shoot him. He says he can answer every question. Shoot Jordan the thing, Shake. Let's see what he has to say.
All right.
I agree they're figured out, but that's why people get disheartened, bro. When you can't evolve, what are you gonna do? And you know why you can't? The only reason people can't evolve, Jordan, is because that's their limit. There's only so much, and it brings back what I was saying earlier in the show. There's only so much certain people could do. You reach a ceiling, and that's okay. Tua gets the ball out faster than anybody. Yo, he's fantastic at that. He's great at the timing. He's great at his quick release. Yo, that's where it stops, though. That's it. And it's not, you know, it's not saying that he's terrible. It's just saying that this is he's limited in what he can do. And it shows. And ultimately, the team suffers. Us fans suffer. The organization suffers because we're limited.
Right, but we wasn't prolific on offense when he threw those jump balls. I'm talking to IM in the chat room. But he's saying that he threw a ton of jump balls to Devontae, but at the same time we wasn't productive. It wasn't no catch and run neither.
Nah, it wasn't
getting a lot of run after the catch neither.
Nah, you go back,
jump up and catch it,
and that also goes for Gesicki, because Gesicki doesn't have any yak either.
Right, that's the limitation.
Gesicki was making them around their gats in one hand catches, them spectacular catches, just a possession, which is why I said. A possession receiver.
You're catching a ball. That's why they call it 50% chance you catch it.
Yes, sir. 100%.
And most of the time, once you do catch it, that other 50 means you're definitely getting tackled because you're in the air and coming down.
Unless you're Tyreek Hill.
Play you.
Last year, and that's and you can. There's a video of me last year when I talked about this. Look at all those. We wasted an opportunity last year because we had so many fluke jump ball over 2-3 defenders. Tyreek come down and make a play after that. Yo, this guy is my height, 5'9", 5'10", and jump balling with 2 defenders and coming down with the ball. You look at some of them catches that were made, man, it's like crazy. And then you look at some of the hits people took jumping. Everything was a jump ball. Yo, I'm surprised it took so long for, God bless the kid that got hurt this, but Tua was notorious. Yo, he puts people's ribs. If it wasn't the game, wasn't what it is today, man, they'd have ribs for lunch every time they played us. The way Tua put that ball up in the air, everything was because he's a short guy. You got these 6'7", 6'8" defensive linemen. Tua's again as tall as Tyreek Hill. He's got to put it up there, otherwise it's getting batted down. So everything's a jump ball. You know, and we don't really have. I think Tyreek Hill's just sick of it, to be honest, man.
Wow, Rodney, he called him a con artist. He says Tua is a con artist.
Oh yeah, whoever said that, man, I co-sign that 100%. Damn right he is.
Reading his chat, he's a con artist.
Man, that man is a con artist, man. Listen, you know he's just like them people at church, Rodney. Amen to that, brother. He's just like them folks at church that con you into giving them their money and all that other stuff.
By the way,
that's interesting. That's the first I've heard that analogy. What'd you say?
Yeah, one of your co-hosts is here. What's going on, Fred?
I don't know who that is.
What's up, Jake? I know you left the link.
All we need is Pete. All we need is Pete. We'll be complete, man.
Yeah, Jake. I know you left the link.
By the way,
Jordan,
real quick, Fred.
Mhm.
I'm out. Twitter got me freaking traumatized, man. I was scrolling through Twitter, right? And dude, I seen this guy get dumped in the ocean. I guess he stole a bunch of cocaine from the cartel and got dumped in the ocean. I'm like, damn, what the hell are they showing on Twitter? You seen that?
Oh yeah. What happened?
Yeah. Apparently, he stole like 450 pounds of coke from the cartel. They caught up with him.
Terrible.
They tied him to an anchor and threw him over an ocean on camera. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea. I don't know what made him think that.
Is.
That's like that guy on the beginning of Boys in the Hood, you know, the baser that comes and snatches their chain and runs. It's like, yo, that's such a bad idea. Why would you do that, my guy?
Shake,
a good idea.
I know you put the link for Jordan, Shake, but I'll only be a minute, bro.
Man. I got no issue with you, bro.
Okay, and man, I'm so sick about this ball out fast thing because what it's doing from what I see is it's leaving big plays on the field, getting the ball out quick, man. It's leaving bigger plays on the field. And second of all, my reason I think the running game is short, it's coming up short, struggling, is because teams are just stacking that box and then in that press and daring Tua to throw the ball. So if everybody's in the box at the pressing, and you got a little running back who's used, 8% of the time in the run game, hey man, I expect the run game to struggle, and so they're like, Tua, you beat us. You beat us with that arm. Show us what you got with that arm, bro. And I really think that's what they sitting on, man, for Tua to beat them with that new arm, bro.
And what happens when they say that?
To be on Prime and this to be on ESPN.
Like with the Texans game, when they did good stopping the run, brother, and they said, Tua, beat us with your arm up the field. What happened, my guy?
Oh, against the Texans? Oh, yeah. He folded.
Thank you. They stopped the run. They said, okay, we're going to stop this run and make him beat us with his arm. What happened? We got cooked.
Damn it, man. I knew we should have ended the show early. What's up, Michael K?
Here's my guy. And I'll tell you something else. That other interception, Tua of these left, but God bless him, he's right. There should have been another interception that wasn't picked, and then Tua made the same mistake, and this one got picked, and it took all the momentum before the half. Then Tua had a chance to at least attempt to tackle to stop the guy and gave up on the play. And missed me with he don't want to get hurt because he just dove head first a little while before that in between two defenders. Yeah. You could at least, come on, man. It's just like, get out of here, bro. Shake Money, or not Shake Money. Ooh, I just disrespected you completely because I was saying Michael K. Hey, Michael K., you have a great Christmas, brother, if I don't see you before that. But yeah. Yep. So that's it, man. We'll be down there Sunday and we'll celebrate our brotherhood, because we still got some dogs here in the fans, Mm-hmm. But like you were saying, Jarvis Landry, that might be one of the last guys I remember, man. I thought Javon Holland, when he came, I thought he was going to be that guy. He seems like he's disinterested this year. Everybody does, bro. Nobody seems like they're all out just fighting for the team, except Zach Sealer. He would be the only one I would say.
Don't forget the Calais Campbell. He looks like he's
Calais Campbell too. But yo, this is a journeyman, and I love him. He's doing fantastic. I'm not diminishing his play at all, but I'm saying he don't give a damn about the Dolphins organization one way or another. He's on his way out the door to retirement. He's getting money. He's just not one of them guys that say, you know what? I'm on my way out the door. You gave me this money. thank you, and I'm just going to ease my way on out. He took that money and said, you know what? I'm going to honor my part of the deal. You gave me this good retirement check, and I'm going to show you I appreciate it. Well, those are few and far between players you come across. But as far as Dolphins, Zach Sealer, we brought him. He was in Baltimore, wasn't getting a shot. We gave him a shot. He showed us, I'm going to thank you for this shot and show you what I got. And then we honored him with thank you for showing us. And then in return, we don't have guys like that. He's it. That's it. Who else do we have?
And by the way, that's one thing I want to point out. One thing I pointed out in crypto, you heard me say it multiple times.
Jenna shot me, darling.
The false narrative of
got to celebrate Michael K being in the chat.
Who's that guy? Big Fangio wanted to leave for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
No, Big Fangio was one of those guys. If I give you my word, I'm gonna when I'm here, I'm gonna give you 100%, and he did that. And people are trying to paint a picture like he didn't have his mind on task on hand when he was here, which is total complete bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's hard to give my opinion on a guy like that, Shake, because we don't see, we don't get to see. Like, I know maybe his approach was like that, and maybe that's why people were, these sissies we have on the team, man. He's too hard, and he's just in, maybe. But with the players, it's a lot easier to watch the game and see.
But here's proof that he did honor his word, because before he signed, he agreed on principle. Before he put pen to paper,
the
Philadelphia job, defensive coordinator, somebody I forgot what team hired him, but that job was open before he put paper to pen.
Okay, here's
so if
to
he
you.
Really wanted to go to Philadelphia, he could have said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm backing out. I didn't sign anything.
Yeah,
I'm going to Philadelphia." Before he became a Dolphin, but because he's a man of his word and he's a man of principle, he went with the Dolphins. It was the Dolphins that ran him out, not the other way around.
Yeah. Well, again, it's just a bunch of softies over here, man.
We told Banjo to kick rocks.
Be careful. There's a lot of coaches coming out saying they don't like being called soft.
Yo, that's crazy, But
and it's like, hey, look, you go to a place, you agreed to go somewhere, right? And then you go somewhere and all of a sudden you agreed to, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna see this through. Then all of a sudden the place where you're at, you're not being appreciated. They're not taking their job seriously, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what am I here for? If I'm a serious. Big Fangio seems like he's a man's man. He's what I'm saying? He's
old school.
Business.
He's an old school guy, yeah.
So if they're not taking his coaching, if he's not doing what they're telling him, he's not doing, if the players that he's coaching is not being committed to their craft, there's no use for him to be here.
Nah, there ain't, especially when you're old like that, man. You don't want any more games. When you get old, that's how I feel with the team. Just like I was saying. And then that guy, Fangio's probably got 20 years. Jordan. Oh, here's Jordan right here.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good, brother.
Not too bad. So I gotta be quick because I'm technically working. So here's the thing. Mm-hmm. You guys could tell me I'm wrong, I'm stupid, or whatever.
No, we're not going
needs to be fired for.
The only person I tell they're stupid is Michael K. But go ahead.
McDaniel needs to be fired. Just the point that he couldn't. McDaniel needs to be fired in just the essence he never developed Tua, like he said he was going to. Here's the problem with Tua. I use the basketball analogy. You take somebody who sucks at 3 points, and you tell him you're not going to shoot 3 points anymore. You're just going to shoot 10 layups. Just because you shoot 10 layups and make all 10 doesn't make you a better football or a basketball player, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So with Tua, or with McDaniel's interview when he first got hired, he mentioned that little box that Tua does well and that he doesn't do well. He just gives everything Tua does well, and he threw everything that Tua doesn't do well out the fucking window. Pardon my French.
Yeah. So I know I agree with you. TD brought this up several times. A real coach
he did.
will help fix his weaknesses instead of accentuating his strengths.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Last year, it wasn't because we were good. It was how the teams were playing us. Because if you look at all the teams that didn't have the personnel to cover the speed that we had, they just either got burnt or just couldn't cover what we were running. Denver, for example, 70 points. But when we played good teams like Buffalo, the Chiefs, I don't even know who else. The Cowboys held us at 15 points.
Yeah, Jason Sanders was the MVP of that game, not Tua.
Yeah, they take away the underneath route. They take the underneath route and have extra help behind the corners, and that's all you have to do is to beat Miami right now, because that's all Tua does. Either throws short or throws long because they can't cover Hill or Waddle.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you to an extent. My only pushback is if you look at Tua's time before Mike McDaniel showed up in his numbers, and then you look at his numbers after, even though he got a tremendous amount of help adding Waddle and Waddle and Hill. The other thing that I'd say is you get a coach. This is what Mike McDaniel did, in my opinion. You get a coach and you see Shaq is terrible at shooting anywhere outside of 15 feet. Now, this is a great player that has a great talent and good at this. Say, listen, you're terrible because you keep trying to shoot from 15 feet out. You're not going to be able to be stopped doing this. So this is what we're going to focus on, is getting really good at this, and then you'll be unstoppable. With Tua, unfortunately, this is what I was saying, Jordan. He's limited in what he could do. Now, with what he's able to do, Mike McDaniel absolutely has maximized those strengths. And that's the only thing I disagree with you on. Mike McDaniel, 100%, you can't make him something he's not.
You're right.
So like Larry said, when Mike McDaniel took the job, they said, Tua's our guy. You have to be able to work with him. Mike McDaniel said, I'll do that, and I'll make him okay. Mike McDaniel took it. He saw what he did, what he was good at, and said, okay, now I'm going to maximize this, and this is what I need to maximize it. They brought in the guys that Mike McDaniel said needed to make him good, and he did make him good, except when it counts. Tua doesn't have that Dwayne Wade ice in his veins to clutch up when it counts. It ain't nobody's fault but Tua's that we feel. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't disagree with you. I think that he made his strengths pretty good. I mean, you're right. But here's the problem. With the things that Tua does well, teams that have the personnel to defend it, like the Chiefs or the Bills,
they're still able to stop it. Right. That's what he's saying.
It's easy to stop.
Yeah. Because that's what we got to work with. The other stuff, I agree with you, Jordan, but that's where it ends. And that's why Tua ain't that guy.
Yeah, you're right. Tua has
he can't extend plays. He's done a little bit of a good job trying this season, but he can't. There's a risk factor that comes with that. So that's why it takes away from his extending plays, because they're like, we don't need you to get hurt. Just take what they give you. We don't need you to risk getting hit, so just get rid of the ball quick. Yo, it's a deficiency automatically with this guy, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You think Jordan? Let me ask you, Jordan. You think Tua is the answer? We could do it with him?
No, he's not.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Jordan, you got my circle and stamp the Piolucci approval. You know what you're talking about, and you're welcome on this show anytime. As long as Shake's got the power, you can come up here anytime. You like that, Greg? You can come up here anytime with me. God bless you. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my brother.
You too, buddy. Have a good day.
I like that. I like that Mike Sterner comment. Show me the money. That's exactly what they should have did. Dangled the money in front of him. Dangled the money in front of Tua. Hold it up in the air. When he reaches for it, snatch it away, and says, "Look, man, you got to work for this money. We're not gonna just give you." They should have just dangled it in front of him, bro.
Hey, listen, two of these.
Yeah,
I said this last season. Two of these when this came up. Joe Flacco. There's a story when Joe Flacco was with the Ravens, and he wanted to get a contract. You know, he wanted to get a big contract, and the owner said, "You go out there and win us a Super Bowl, and I'll give you the money that you want, whatever you want." They went and won that Super Bowl, and the people could say the defense, that. If you didn't watch those playoffs, miss me with that, because that throw he did to Jacoby, what's his name, in Denver, that when he somehow got over the top of the defense and he threw that perfect ball to him where that kept them alive against Denver. Man, there was plays that he made, throws where Joe Flacco ultimately was responsible for them even having a shot in the Super Bowl. And when Joe Flacco won that Super Bowl, two of these, you know what he did? He went in that office and he slammed down and said, "This is what I want." And you know what they did? Signed that contract and gave him that money.
Yeah.
That's what you do as a good owner. But we don't have a good owner. Or we don't have a good front office, two of these. But you're 100% right.
Yes,
it should have been
exactly
show me.
Down with Flacco.
I tell you what we do have, man. I tell you what we do have, Luch.
Tell me.
We have some great guys up on this panel tonight, bro. That's what we do.
That's where it stops, my G. That's where it stops. We got guys like Crypto that's out there in the Texans. Went to see the sacrificial lamb for Christmas. He did everything to sacrifice his firstborn for this team, Crypto. And what do we get in return? Nothing. It's a shame.
Sacrificial lamb. I watched those bulls get sliced up, man, and those filleted fins, man. That's what happened.
Hey, I'll tell you who's the bigger choker, Jamie, is going to be Tua. Because Herbert, who does Herbert have right now? He has got nothing.
Anybody.
Don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want y'all to remember
Tua's got a dream team.
Michael
I'm sorry,
K
man.
Is a
Waddle, Hill, this guy, Jonnu Smith. Mm-hmm. Even if you go back to last year with just the run game we had, but Mostert leading the league in touchdowns. He had however many 1,300 yards rushing. HM was running at 7 yards a clip last year. I mean, we had one of the best run games in the league last year. I don't know what I Am Him is talking about. I don't have to look it up. I'll just go off the eye test. We had one of the best run games in the league last year.
The best run game. We scored more touchdowns than anybody.
Come on, bro. The damn best receiving tandem in the league. Only deficiency we had was a tight end. Come on, man.
At that time, yep.
And couldn't get it done.
Now we fixed the tight end.
Couldn't win the division with the 5-game lead with 6 games left.
Yeah.
You played to win the game.
We fixed the tight end position and we gotten worse.
Come on,
how does
man.
How does that happen?
The person he throws to. That's it.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man.
Hey, Crypto.
Yeah, what's up, Fred?
Man. You don't know.
I understand you were at the game, bro, live.
Yeah.
You were at the game, bro, in Houston.
Right.
I just want to ask you, Crypto, man, like, right there at the game, bro, live. I guess your seats were okay, man, but I'm not
yeah, I was in the seats was good.
Yeah, pretty good seats, Crypto.
Yeah, I mean the layout of the stadium, pretty much every seat in the house is good.
Okay, Crypto, let me ask you.
Given that you're not blind or anything, but yeah.
So let me ask you this, Crypto, man. Did you see guys, man, that, Tua could have possibly gotten the ball to, man, for even some big moments, man, or is it?
I've seen it.
Is it live? Is it much live?
My 22, my all 22 is right there in the building, man. I saw it right there. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Michael K.
I knew you were going to address that.
Okay.
I just want to listen. He's a casual. He knows no better.
Yeah, he is a casual.
He's a casual. So
I was waiting for
Michael
Shane
K.
to address that.
Michael K. was live
I
at
don't know what
Skid
this
Mark
guy's
Stadium.
talking about, but yeah, listen. He has a neighbor, 11-year-old boy, write his chirps for him. So,
listen,
damn.
hey,
hey, hold on, Michael K. Michael K. Keyboard chat warrior. Why don't you come over here and say it to my face?
Hey, listen.
Because you're good
Yeah,
at
you've been called out to the
keyboard.
carpet.
Why don't you come up here,
Michael K.
and bust chops?
Me and Sheck are gonna make it to
Yeah.
a Buffalo game one day soon, man. We're gonna come
Go
up
ahead.
there. You got to show up when we get there. Miami
Hey,
Herald,
Luke.
Jackson, Eckberg, maybe finally
Now he's
benched.
gonna be jumping through tables, man.
No.
Hey,
He's gonna
Luke.
be
No,
jumping
actually,
through
why don't you
tables.
come up here, Michael K, and talk over me? Come on.
Hey, Luke.
Michael
Hey,
K.
Luke, I got a question for you, bro.
He had listen.
Don't be a fraidy cat, Michael K.
Hey,
Michael
hold on.
K.
Hey, let me say this because I'm gonna get off. I gotta cook.
Hold on, real quick. Michael K has AI writing his jokes for him.
Yes, he does.
Word. It's got the AI. The AI, my guy.
Come on up here and talk like a man. Come on.
Hey, so listen.
Come on up.
Real quick. What's the kid's name from Boise State? I'm gonna say
Genty.
it. Tell me, Greg.
Ashton Genty.
Janty, whatever.
Genty.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about Jay.
Sac passe. Shout out to all my Haitians out there. Sac passe. So I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I saw a clip where the kid was saying his favorite team has always been the Miami Dolphins. He's like, we ain't doing too good, but no matter what, I'm riding with them. Now listen, I know we got a whole stable of running backs, but damn, Mostert's old. He's on the way out. I love what's his name, but he's also getting a little old, and we barely ever use him anyways. The other kid, Wright, peace to him, and we could use him to trade to get some damn, some picks. The last running back we got from Boise State, I argued my uncle on the phone. I was on vacation at the time. I was like, he's like, Anthony, you got a good pick with this guy. I said, man, it's from fucking Boise State. Uncle Joe, come on, man. He's Boise State. Who do they play? He's like, listen, I'm telling you, a good football player like that is a good football player. And I was wrong. The guy come in and he was fantastic. Get this guy that's a Miami Dolphins fan that's going to care about the Miami Dolphins. Bring him in. And I'm with, I forgot who said this, and he was up here, maybe Mike Sterner. Keep H.N. Okay, we got Thunder and Lightning then. You know, you keep the both of them. Keep Jonnu, peace, Waddle. I don't agree with Tua. Right? Use him, I just said, for trade. Washington, he seems like, as he develops, he'll be good. And then we move forward with that. Now we got young guys. I say get rid of Tua. You got to get rid of him. You cut losses. Denver just did it with damn
Knicks.
With Russell Wilson. Get rid of him.
Yeah.
Think about it again. We got to bring in a new head coach, got to bring in a new GM, and we got to let them go with who they got to go with. We'll take a down year. Well, we probably won't be up there to pick this running back kid, though, maybe. But anyways, listen, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah.
Shake, I'll see you Sunday. I'll talk to you before then. Crypto, good to see you.
I was hoping that Michael K would come up here, but it is
he ain't
what it is.
coming up.
Listen,
Post a Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Michael K, I still love you.
He was
Peace out, bro.
queasy, Shake Money. He was queasy.
No.
Michael K.
You know damn well.
Michael K's in the witness protection program. He's like Henry Hill. You know what I mean? He's like Henry Hill on the Howard Stern show. He don't come out in public. He just goes on the talk shows and does his talk, and that's it.
He's been up on we talked before, but listen, it's all fun and games, man. So I'm not mad. It sounds like I am, but I'm not. I don't do shit, you know what I'm saying?
He's just a little queasy, like our coach.
Merry Christmas to you, my brother. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And
go get
by the
you
way,
a bowl of chitlins.
What would you say now?
I said he needs to go get a bowl of chitlins and call it a day.
Yeah. But no, I appreciate everybody. Costa Nostra. Hey, I definitely appreciate you, Mike Sterner. Appreciate you, and everybody who came up. Jamie Raycart. Who else?
Okay. I miss
There's a
James
bunch of
Raycart.
people. Of course, you, Fred. Appreciate y'all, man. Listen, next, I don't know if we're gonna do a show next week, but if we do, just keep your notifications on. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe.
Fred, tell Pete I need my benefits package updated. I want to go for the premium plan.
You come up all the time, not on Larry K's channel. You come up on the Finn's Tailgate, but you don't come up on here. So whatever, bro. You carry the show. You don't carry these nuts.
Oh man. I'm trying to get an upgrade to my premium plan on Pete's Takes. Everybody's coming home to Pete's Takes, man. I'm trying to get in on a good deal before everybody come over.
All right, man. Y'all have American. Hey, listen, by the way, Insomnia will be coming Friday and Saturday. I'm still working on it, but fins up, everybody. Let's go.
Fins up, everybody.
San Francisco. Hopefully we beat San Francisco. If not, oh well. It is what it is. Peace to y'all, man.
All right. Everybody.
I can find the outro at. Where the fuck is the outro? Oh, here it is.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K. I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice, it's the best thing. Daydreaming of the jazz all day. Pick up the phone late night with Larry K.